everyone. I'm Giorgio from imoo HQ, and today I'm very happy to be here because I can show you our latest product, that is imoo Z7, and I want to talk about also imoo Z1 and imoo brand. So let's start with imoo brand. Imoo brand is a company launched in more than 10 years ago, and its first series started in 2015 and with the series of imoo Z, and later after 2020-21 he gained so much popularity in the market, and nowadays with imoo Z1 and imoo Z7 gain so much, he is at the top of the world for the smartwatching. But imoo Z7 and imoo Z1 are not just normal smartwatches, because they are more than a smartwatch. They are like a smartphone, like a watch phone, sorry. And the story behind these watches is that very simple, and everything started from a simple question of Mr. Kimi in 2011. And the question was, what gift can I buy for my kids? And yeah, the answer is not as easy as the question, because I think every parent has experienced this situation at least once, and they cannot find a good gift for their kids, and they want something that makes them happy and show them they love them. And maybe imoo would be the answer. Why? Because imoo is is designed especially for kids and can be a good gadget for the kids that allow parents and kids to stay connected. So now let's see the feature of these watches. And don't remember, if you have any question, you can type in the chat and I can answer your doubt, or if you want more information, just say in the chat and I will explain more. Now we can start with the main feature. It is the dual camera, because the difference between imoo Z1 and the imoo Z7, the main difference is the dual camera, because imoo Z1 has only one camera, the front camera, but imoo Z7 has two cameras, the front camera and the rear camera. You can just flip and you can use the rear camera. They have 2 megapixels for the front camera and 5 megapixels from the back camera. And also the imoo Z7 has the AI scanning that allow your kids to scan the environment, enjoy and explore, because you can also scan animal, plants, and in that way enjoy more discover the environment, the nature. Also, imoo has a 5 precision satellite system, and according to GPS, BDS, and Galileo, and so on. And you can not only see the real-time position, but also you can go back until 14 days and you can see the exactly position for 14 days before. And then another main feature is the water resistance. Yeah, because you can use so under the water, and now I can show you that it's still working. Yeah, I put here, this is real water, and as you can see, it's not a problem because it's still working. I can turn on. Yeah, it's still working. And you also can receive video calls under the water, so it's not a problem. You can swim, you can wash your hand, or during the rain you can still use this. And it can be used until 20 meters under the water, so I think it's not a problem for your kid. And it's also the monitoring system. You can monitor your step, your health rate, your blood oxygen, and the temperature. But it's not just like a physical monitoring, because you can also track the emotion of your kids, and in that way you can understand better the both the physical and the mental, the emotional part of your kids. And maybe you can prevent also some illnesses, some disease that can occur to your kids. And for example, with the blood pressure or the temperature, your kid will be monitored 24/7, or when he has the watch on his whistle. And then if there are some particular differences, maybe too high temperature or too high blood pressure, they can inform you, and you will be able to call him on his watches to know how he is and how he feels. Then your kid can also use the sport mode. He can track his steps, run, or swimming activities, like keeping trace the duration, the distance, and also the calories burned. But with imoo Z7, your kids also can make friends easily, because he can and also, this help your kids, because he can make a friend in an easy way, but also he can stay connected with them by chatting with them with the watches, or maybe he can call them or video call them also, always with the watches. He can also compete with the other friends in the weekly rankings, and in that way they can enjoy more the experience. But if you are worried that your kids use the watch in a different way, or in a bad way, maybe in times that you don't want, like during school, or maybe at night, or in some specific moment, you can set the class mode and you can add the schedule of your kids, and then the kids will be not able to use the watch anymore. Anna, I see that you really like our watch, and if you want to know more about this, you can stay tuned. And if you are interested in buy one, you can go on Shopee, Amazon, or on our website, because on our website you will have 15 off for these watches, and you can buy Z7 or Z1. And if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment. And another feature that is very important is that you can easily reject strangers or unknown calls from the people you don't want to contact your kids, and you can easily set this option in the imoo app, but we will see later the specific app function on your phone. And finally, just a funny way for your kids to enjoy is the virtual me. As you can see here, he can has a virtual avatar. He can earn points and compete with friends. He can also edit. He can personalize and customize as he wants. This. some situation that maybe your kids would have more enjoy experience with these watches will be, for example, the time during school and yeah. Okay, and as I will say, in the time during school and home, because maybe your kids go to school alone, or maybe he take the bus and he can the imoo watches is not a problem. Anna, are you asking if there are any games in the watch? No, it's just the virtual me, but it's not a game. And also, I can show you the function of the watch. When you turn on, you will see the time, and if you go on the right, you see the chat, because your kid can chat with other, but only contact that you allow. If you go on the right again, you will see the virtual me, but it's not a game, it's just a normal avatar, and you can earn points by doing activities like running, step counter, and others. And if you go on the right again, you will see all the app feature, and we can discover them together. First, you will find the steps. Yeah, it's just the number of steps that your kids do, and he can compete with other friends or people, and you will see the ranking here. And you also can like the ranking of other. Then you will find the health, such as body temperature. You can monitor your you can constantly monitor your his temperature, and in that way you always know how he is, and maybe if his temperature rise too much, you will be aware about that, and maybe you can help him. Then you will find the heart rate. Also, this is constantly measuring your kid's heart rate, and in this way you will always know, you will always be able to understand if he is in a safe condition and if he is good. Then we will find the blood oxygen, and also this always measure your kid's blood oxygen, and it is constantly, so you always know that. You will find also the fitness, and yeah, as you can see, you can compete with other, and but maybe we will see about this in more detail from the app later. Then you will find the album, because you can see all the photo that you take with the watch, and then you will be able to share with friends and contact or parents. The camera, you can use the front camera. This is the front camera, but if you flip, you can use the rear camera. As you can see here, this is the rear camera. And you also have the sticker cam. It is a funny way that your kids can play with this, but just to have fun. You also have the alarm clock, just a normal clock. You can set an alarm and to have a reminder. You can also see the messages. In that way you can chat with other, like friends or parents. And you also have the stopwatch to take your time when you maybe have a race or you want to compete with something. You can manage your app directly from the App Center. And Anna, are you asking if calling is the only way to contact the kids? No, it's not the only way, because you can also chat with them, just sending them messages, or you can also video call them. In that way, it's not just a call, it's a video call. You can see his face and also his environment. And especially with imoo Z7, it's easier because with the front camera, you can see his face, and with the rear camera you can see the environment, and it's very easy for the kids show this, because for example, he is wearing the watch and maybe he's in a video call with you, and you can see his face, but normally if he only has one camera, he should do something like this or like this, and it's not very comfortable. But with Z7 model, you can just flip the camera and show you the environment in a very easy way. So you can keep contact with your kids with messages, calls, and video calls. And I can show you right now. For example, I can try to call, and as you can see, it's very immediately, and he can answer, and you will be able to see in live. And also you can okay, maybe okay, the audio now is a little problem, but it's okay. And as you can see, it's very useful and easy to use. If you have any other question, feel free to ask in the comment and I will answer you. We can see more in the details also the app from the phone, and this is the homepage, that is the chat. You will be able to see all the chat that your kid has on his watch, and you can see the whole history, and in that way you will be always aware of his contact. And also you can manage them because for example, if you don't want someone in his contact, you can just remove him and clear his chat history, and later we will see the contacts. Then there is the location, because you will be always able to see his exactly real-time location, but not just real-time, because you also can see the 14 days back location. For example, here we can see that we can go back to the Friday 11, or maybe I saw, for example, now we are in yesterday, and if we can see exactly the distance. So you will be always aware, and you always know the position of your kids, and you don't need to worry about this. From the app, you can also set the class mode, as I said before. You can set the time, maybe, from here you set the different class time. For example, we can do right now is 4, so we will set the class mode at 5 for 1 minute, and it will end at 4 and 3 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes maybe is better. save. As you can see now, I have all the app available, but then when the class time started, I won't be longer able to use the various app from the watch, because you only use the watch as is a normal watch, like for example to see the time, the time, and receive or making a call with the admin, or a specific contact that you can set on the application. And yeah, exactly. Now the class mode is started, and as you can see, you cannot use, because if you go on the right, you say that the class time, so more feature will be available after class, and you cannot exit from this mode because directly from the watch, because you can only change the settings from the app, so your kids cannot go out from this the class mode. And if you cannot go right anymore, so you can just see the contact, make some call or receive some call, and just see the time, nothing more. So if we come back to the app, we can see other features, like for example low power mode. Maybe if you forgot to charge the watch, you can set the low power mode, but you don't have to worry, because the imoo Z7 has 740 milliampere, and it can last up to 100 hours, so it's very difficult to have some battery problem. But anyway, you can set from here. Then you can disable some app. Maybe you don't want your kids to do something, or you can turn off the app, as you can see here, or you can just limit the time that your kid use this. And we can try right now. If we go on the watch, on the for example the AI scanning, let me see here. Okay, he asked me to use the rear camera, and he said to identify. Now he's scanning, and yeah, he said that this is a mobile phone, and that's right. So now we can use this, and he can say what we are scanning. But if we change the settings from here, and we don't want our kids use this, we can maybe here. Yeah, now it's off. And if we go to the watch, you can see that the app is disabled, and your kid is no longer able to use this app from the watch. But now we able, okay. And this is where the app disable settings. You can also see the chat management from the app on your phone. You will be able to manage the settings for your kids' watches directly from here. And then we have the health management. You will be able to see all the record of your kids from sports, health, and shake, or maybe other activities from the app. You also can set the screen time. For example, you don't want your kids use the watch for too much time, and you can set the time, or disable app, or setting something for a specific app. You can also manage the app directly from the App Center, and yeah, you can add new app or update the app and see the update is. Then we have the fitness setting, and you will be able to see the step count, the blue circle, the calories burned in the middle, and the duration of the activity in the green. So, for example, if your kids go on a running, he can see the number of his steps, the calories that he burnt, and the duration of his activity. He can also keep trace of his swimming activities and also the duration, the calories, the average heart rate, and the distance. If we go in the health section, you will be able to see the body temperature and the heart rate, the blood oxygen, and also the mood, because you won't only be able to see the physical condition of your kids, but also the mood. So you will be able to understand his feeling, and you will be aware of his condition. Then, as I said before, you can see the track, the position track, back until 14 days. And you also can play this, so you will be able to see the exact position and the exact route that your kids done in the last 14 days. You also can set you have the reject unknown calls, so you can allow only calls from contacts, and in the address book can arrive to your kids watch, and the other will be rejected. You can also set a schedule to power on or power off the watches. So, for example, if you don't want your kids use the watch during the night, you can set the time here from here, and your kid won't be able to use it anymore. And of course, if you enable this, your kids cannot power on the watch during this scheduled power of on or off mode. Finally, we have the Find My Watch. For example, if your kids remove his watch and then he cannot find before going out, he can use the app from your phone to find his watch, and you can lock the watch for more security. And you can also directly from your app show the QR code to other friends to connect the watch, and then they will be able to see your kids watch in his contact list. And we also have the watch networks, because the watch can connect directly with Wi-Fi and also has a SIM in the back. He has a SIM, so you can use internet, but in a safe way. And yeah, he can use internet, but in a safe way, because for example, with a phone, he can use any app, or you can see any content, and maybe you don't want him to stay all the day on his phone scrolling on social media. And with imoo Z7 this is not possible, because he can access to internet, but only in a safe environment, and he can only see some certain specific content that you also can decide. So, for example, he cannot he cannot stay on social media because there are no social media on imoo Z7. He cannot play games all the day because there are no games on the imoo Z7. And also he cannot face stranger content or sensitive content from the internet, and no one can reach your kids unless he is his friend. But to be his friend, as we seen before, he need to have new friends that he can make, like for example, like touching another watches, and then he can add a new friend, or he can show the bin code, but you will always be able to see his contacts from the application on your smartphone. And the application is also compatible both with iOS and Android systems, so you can download with no problem from the App Store, both on Android and Apple phones. With imoo Z7 also it's very easy to share moments with your kids, because especially nowadays many times the parents cannot stay with his sons or his daughter, and for example because he has work or something different, and they are not in the same place. But with imoo Z7 it's very easy to stay connected, to share the moments, and because you can video call your kids, and he can show his face with the front camera, and he can show the environment with the rear camera, and you will be able to see his condition and the environment condition. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So you will be able to share this moment, and this way it's like you live this moment with your kids, and maybe your kids will be happy, and also you will be happy. And your kids also can record his outdoor activities, so you will be able to see his improvement, his activities, and also he can monitor his condition, and maybe he will be happy to see his improvement or ranking with other friends. And imoo Z7 is very useful also maybe if you're during school holidays, when you are at work but your kids want to go out maybe in a campus, or want to go to his grandparents, or want to travel, visit friends, or something like this. And with the one imoo watches, you don't need to worry, because you can always see his exactly position, his last position back to 14 days, and every time as you want you can keep in contact with him by texting or call him, and also you can video call him, and so you don't need to worry. And maybe also if he encounter a problem, if in a dangerous situation, or he has just adapted and want to ask for a suggestion from you, he can directly use the watch to contact you. And it also has the emergency call. You can easily draw a C on the screen, then the screen rises up, and your kids will be able to make a phone call directly from here. And so for example, if you cannot use the phone because he only has the watch, and he has the watch on his wrist, he can draw a C and instantly making a call to the emergency contact. that is very useful because it can be used in a very different way. Jewelers, I see that you really appreciate this feature, and if you have any other question, you can ask in the chat and I will answer you. And also compared to other phones, these watches are very different, but very useful for your kids, because as I said before, this is a safe environment, so every content that your kids face with are controlled by you, and also you can only see something specific that you can set from the application. And and huh?
Easy.
Yeah. And also compared to another phone, these watches can keep trace of your health condition and your exactly real-time position. And maybe some watches, some smartphone can offer you the same condition, the same opportunity, but with these watches it's very easy, and you don't have to worry that your kids use the phone in a not properly way, because on these watches you can only has the app that we have seen before, and the watch monitor 24/7, or when your kids wear the watches, of course. And so every time he can understand his feeling, and you can see his feeling and the physical condition from your app on the phone. And compared to other watches, smartwatches, they are very different, because these watches are designed specifically for kids, and so they are more resistant. They have the touch screen, the curved screen, but also some protection. In that way they are more durable, and you can be sure that your kids can do any activities he wants, because you don't have to worry that the watch will be broke or something like this. But the main difference between a normal smartwatch is the camera, because many smartwatches has the camera, but only one camera. And with imoo Z7 you have two cameras, the dual camera, with the front camera of 2 megapixels and the rear camera with 5 megapixels, so you can take picture in a very high quality, both using the front camera and the rear camera. And also the system to use the rear camera is very easy. You can just flip, and also is very resistant, because you can, it's very difficult to break something like this, so it's safe also for your kids. Also the material used to produce these watches are eco-friendly, so you don't need to worry about this aspect. And okay, with the camera you also have the AI scanning. As we see before, you can use the rear camera to yeah, I already and as I already said before, you can use the AI scanning to scan the environment, for example, the nature or some animal, and your kids will be aware of the nature of this, and in this way you can enjoy more the environment, the moment, and share maybe this moment with some friend or with his parents. We can see more in the detail also the watch from here. Yeah. Okay. When we turn on, we will see, we'll be able to see this screen with the time. If you long press the screen, you will be able to customize the face of the screen. For example, if you don't like this, you can change. And if you scroll down, you will be able to manage the connection, for example, to Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth. You also have the torch with two different lights. The vibration or the rings. You maybe if your kids don't want the volume, then you can adjust the volume directly from here. If you scroll up, you can see the points that you have the photos, for example here, and also this is like a shortcut to your application, but you can also find your application by scrolling on the right. But for example, if we scroll on the left, we will be able to see the contact, the recent contact. For example, here you can also put the number and dial a phone call. You can see the recent phone call or video call. And if we go on the right, we can see the chat with friends or family. And if we go again on the right, we will be able to see the virtual me, that is like an avatar that your kids can customize. And it's not like a game, it's just like a character in this watch that your kids can customize as he want. And he can collect points by doing activities, competing with friends, and so on. And yeah, this is the fitness. And if we go on the right, this is the setting to add friends by just bump the new friends. Yeah, now we don't have to add new friends, but it's very easy to add new friends with this function. And then we have the pin code. For example, to add new friends, you can scan this code and you will be able also to add new friends if you don't want to bump, but I think bump is very easy. And you can also customize by changing the theme. You can see the trending theme. Let's see if it's loading. Okay, now it's not loading, but you can see your theme, and you can manage, customize, and change however you prefer directly from this watch. As I said before, you can also customize your virtual me. Okay. You can have the duel with friends or people you want. You can see the storage, so you can manage the storage on this watch. You can see how much storage every single app have on your watch. You also have the app center to manage the application on your watch. And for example, yeah, you have all of this app here, and you can directly see the version, the features, and the source. But to manage completely this application, you need to use the application on your phone, so your kids is not able to change these main settings directly from his watch. Another important thing is the stopwatch, because your kids can use this, for example, to take time of his activities or something that he want to trace. He also has the settings. He can adjust the display brightness or the screen timeout of yeah, like this. He can change the sound mode, you can control the volume and change the ringtone. Yeah, like this. Also for the text note, for the messages, you can also change the fleeting settings. You can, for example, can choose to flip to activate the camera, the video, or none of them. For example, if I flip now the watch, nothing happen. But if I change the settings and put the camera and now I flip, nothing happened. But you can manage probably directly from the application on your phone, and you can just flip to answer the video call or the phone calls, and you don't need to press on the screen, just flip the watch. And also, yeah, you have many other features here in the settings. Here is the dialing. If you want to call one number, you can you can write the number here, and then you can make a call. The messages, you need to insert a SIM card to use this app, but you can also text from another app. You also have the alarm clock. If you want to set an alarm, it's very easy, and it's like a normal watch like this. And this is the sticker cam, so your kids can enjoy funny experience, maybe with friends or someone else, just using the sticker cam. This is the normal cam, and as we see before, this is the front camera, but if I flip, it change in the back camera, and you can easily take a picture, for example, yeah, and you can decide to save or cancel. And then you also can see the photo, the picture that you have taken in the past here in the gallery, and maybe you can also manage, yeah, like if you hold, you can choose to delete this photo, or you can come back and see the other application. Then we have the health application. On this watch, you can see the body temperature. It constantly measure the temperature of your kids. In this way, you also be aware of the condition of your kids. And for example, the temperature of your kids rise too much, you will be informed on your app on the phone, and you can contact your kid to ensure it is in a good condition. The same thing also for the heart rate and also for the blood oxygen, because the watch constantly monitor the condition of your kids, and if something strange happen, you will be informed. You also have the steps counter. You will be able to see the number and also the steps that your friend have made, and you also can like if you really like the steps number of your friends. So these are the main feature, or you can use directly on the watch. But we can see oh, okay. We are back, and we can see more in the detail the main function of these watches, because we have imoo Z1 and imoo Z7, and the main feature that is really new is the dual camera that I already said, but it's very important to know. This is the possibility to have a dual camera. So you have a front camera with 2 megapixels and a rear camera with 5 megapixels. Yeah, as you can see now, I flip the watch and the camera turn on because I changed the setting before. But if you don't want this, you can come back in the settings and change it. Anyway, with the front camera is you can show your face, or maybe your kids can show his face, and you can see him directly and clearly because it has HD quality. But if he flip the watch, he can show you the environment, and you also will be able to see and be sure that he is safe. Also with the camera you have the AI scanning. For example, I can show you. Okay, here we can go in the app AI scanner. We flip the watch, and for example, if I take this, I can scan. And the watch say that is yeah, the watch say it is a ballpoint pen, and that's right. So your kid can use this function to scan, for example, the nature or some kind of animal, to explore the nature, to explore the environment, and to have a more enjoyable experience. Another important feature on the imoo Z7 is the 5 satellite positioning. According to GPS, BDS, and Galileo, and others. So you will be able to see the exactly position of your kids, but not just in real time. You can also see his exactly position back to 14 days. And in this way you can see the route that he has made, or where he exactly has been in the last 14 days. The imoo watches are also waterproof, as you can see here. This watch under the water and is still working, as you can see. Yeah, the screen, I don't see. Yeah. It's still working also under the water. You can also receive video calls when it's under the water, so you don't need to worry if your kids use the watch while swimming, while it's raining, or maybe he is washing his hand. And another important feature is the health monitoring. For example, the steps counter, or the heart rate, the temperature, or the blood oxygen, because you will be able, you and your kids will be able to see the kids' condition, the physical condition, but not just the physical, because you can also see the emotion, the mood that your kid has. So you will be able to understand better his feelings, and maybe you can prevent some disease or some illnesses that your kids can have. And for example, with the temperature monitoring, the watch can inform you by the application that the temperature is rising and it's too high for your kids. So you can call him, ask him how he is, and maybe take care of him. Then you have the sport mode in which you can take trace about for example, the running activities or the swimming activities, and your kids and you also with the application can see the duration of the activity, the calories burned during this activity, and also the distance. Yeah. And if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment and I will answer you. Or if you want more information about some specific feature, don't be afraid and just let me know in the comment. And then let's see how to make a friends, because it's very easy and your kids can make friends in easy way, but can also keep in contact with them. For example, you can chat with them with his watch, or he can video call them, send them a photo, or compete in the weekly ranking. And to add new friends, you can just as you can see here, you can just activate the mode from the watch, the bump mode, and you can easily add new friend by just touching another watch. But if you don't want to use this, you can show the bin code, and then another friends can scan this code to add this watch. And then your friends will be able to have new friends and stay in contact with you. You can also have the class mode, and in this way you don't need to worry about if your kids use the watch in some time that you don't want, for example during school, or for example during the night. You can set the class mode and you will be able to forbid your kids to use the watch in a full mode, because your kids can still use the watch, but just as a normal watch. He can see the time and he can make a phone call, or he can receive a phone call, but nothing more. And you can set this class mode directly from the application on your phone, and he cannot exit from this mode. And I can show you right now. Yeah, here we have the class mode, and for example we can allow or not allow to contact parents under the class mode, but he can always still able to make a phone call with the emergency contact, even we don't allow the parents call. We can try right now. For example, we set time now is 6:40. It's 4:39, so we can set the alarm just for 40. So we can put 4:41 start and end at 4:40. Yeah, save. So now, as you can see, we set the class mode on the phone directly from the application on the phone, and the application on the smartwatch are available. You can use them, and they are your kids can still use them. Also the virtual me or the chat section. But when the time change, for example in 4:41, because we said 4:41, yeah, just right now it's changed, and this is the class mode, so your kids can only see the time. And if we try to go to the up section, he will see this message, so the more feature will be available after class. And if we try to exit from this mode, he cannot, because the watch will say to him that he can only exit from this mode from the application on the smartphone. And yeah, if you try to scroll, yeah, only this, but just the settings. And he can also, because we allow him to, from the settings from the phone, he can also still able to make a phone. For example, this is the history. And now that is 4:42, the class mode is ended, and the phone is again with a normal mode, and your kids can use all the application, and you can also use the chat section. And yeah, this is as the same as before. So as you have just seen, it's very useful, the class mode, because you can allow your kids to use the watch only in a specific time, and you don't need to worry if your kids use the watch in a different time that you don't want to. But also directly from the application, I can show you right now, you can set the night mode. Yeah, here you can see the schedule power on and power off. So you can set the time that you want your watch to turn on or turn off. For example, during the night, if you don't want your kids to use the watches, if you enable this setting, you won't be able to turn on the watch even if you set the schedule power on or power off. And I think it's very useful, these settings, because you can allow the watch only when you want. And also you can reject strangers calls and unknown calls, because you can see all of his contact from the application on the smartphone, and you can reject some specific call or edit some contact that you don't want him to have. And some example that is very useful, the watch could be, for example, the time between the school and the home. Maybe your kids go on a walk, or by walking, or by the school bus, and if he don't have the phone with him, he cannot contact you if he has any problem. Maybe, for example, he lost the school bus, he cannot contact you, but with the imoo watch is not a problem, because he can just turn on the screen and make a dial call directly with you, and maybe also a video call, and you will be able to help him. And the same thing is also if you want to go to visit a friend, or he want to play outside, you don't need to worry, because he can always you can always see his exactly position, and you will always be able to see where he is, and also where he has been, because you can also see the exactly position back to 14 days ago. Another situation maybe is also during school holidays, because you are at work and you cannot stay with your kids, and maybe he want to go out, or he want to go to a campus, visit his grandparents, or make a travel. He can do it, and you will be sure that he is in a very safe condition, because you can always stay in touch with him, just making a you can text him or making a call or video call, and also you can see the exactly position, both real time and also the last time, the last 14 days position. We can see the other application, the other features on the app on your phone. The app is also compatible with both Android and iOS, so you don't have any problem. You can download it directly on both Android and Apple phones. Let's see. When you open the app, you will be able to see the chat. For example, here you can see the history of the chat. You can see all the video call and the duration of the video call and any messages, and if you want to clear, you can just do it from the settings, and also you can change the background if you want. You can customize almost everything here. You also have the other application, the chat, if you want more than one contact. And if you go on the right, you see the location. You can see the exactly location in real time, but you can also see the history of the location. You can go back 14 days ago, and for example, here you can see the route that your kid has done. Maybe in this case it's yesterday. The blue is the route that your kid has done, and you can see where he started and where he ended, and you can also see exactly in exactly time. Here 12:43 he was in this location, and I don't know if you see, but this is dark blue and this is light blue, so you can see the already done path and the path that your kid still have to do. And you also can play the path, so you can see in an easy animated way all the distance and all the duration of the path. Yeah, you can also pause him or you can continue watching. Yeah. You can also see the fitness. For example, here you can see the step count in blue, and you can see the number of the step that your kid have done. The calories burned by your kid in the middle circle, and the duration of the activity in the smaller circle in the green one. But you can change also from the settings. You can change the goal. For example, you want your kids burn more calories or something like this. You can change 500. The fitness, you can change also the time, 55. And the step count also you can easily change it from here. And this is these are just some data that you can add to make the prediction and the analysis more accurate. You can also record the activities. You can see the history of your activities. For example, the swimming activities, you can see the duration, the calories burned, the distance, and the average heart rate. And if we go back here, we can see also health, and you can see the body temperature, and that is normal now. And but if, for example, it's too high, you can see it from the application. For example, it's 37.5, and you are not sure how your kids is, and you want to know why it's so high the temperature. You can just make a call to him directly on his watch, and also you can see the past days, and you can see exactly the temperature in each time. Same thing also with the heart rate. You can see the heart rate, and you can manage the monitor your kids condition directly from here. And you can also go back in the past days and see the difference heart rate in the last days. Also the blood oxygen, you can see from here. These are the records, and if you want to know more about the blood oxygen, you can read this. And also the mood, because you can not only trace the physical condition, but also the mood condition, so the emotional part of your kids. And for example, here you can see it's in a good condition, more than a good condition, because it's pleasure. But you can also go back in the last days. You can see the difference mood, and you can understand better his feeling. Yeah, that's from here. But you can also, as I said before, set class mode, lower power mode. You can set from here, but I don't think you will never need this, because the battery of the imoo Z7 is 740 milliampere, so you can last up to 100 hours, and it's very difficult because to have power problems. But maybe sometimes it happens that you forgot to charge it, so you can just set the low power mode from here. You can also disable some application directly from here. For example, if we don't want an application, we don't want our kids to use bump and other friends anymore. You can just change the setting from here, and as you can see now from the watch, we cannot use the app because of the parental control, and the watch say that the app is disabled, so our kid is not able to use anymore. But if I change again the settings from the application on our smartphone, the app is again available, and you can use it. Yeah, and make new friends. Another feature that you have on the app is the chat management. You can see all the chat, the messaging from the watch directly on your app, and you can also change the setting and the limit that you want your kids to use. You can also, as we can see, we already seen, you can also see the fitness activity and the health activities, the historical track here. I can show you also how to make a video call. It's very easy. For example, here, you can just touch this icon and start a video call here. And then you can answer. So it's very easy, and your kids cannot miss the call. And also now we didn't answer from our watch, so we have a notification that we have a missed call, a missed video call from this phone. And maybe the kids, and also the kid can call back, for example, from here, and he will be able, and you can answer or not from the phone. Yeah. These are the notification, but it's just to stay updated, I think. And you can also change the wallpaper if you want to customize the screen of the watch. And as you can see here, we have a cancelled call from the watch. So if your kids have made a call and you didn't heard the phone, you can see directly from the chat, and you can call back him. And okay, we are back. Some differences between these watches and a normal smartphone are, for example, that the environment in these watches is safe. This means your kids cannot be exposed to some sensitive content or content that you don't want. Especially nowadays, it's normal to have a phone, and maybe you don't want your kids, because these watches are made for kids between 4 and 12 years old. So maybe kids from 5-6 years old, you don't want to give them a phone, but you can just give them a imoo watch, because they cannot use any games, any application, so you don't need to worry if they stay on TikTok, scrolling on TikTok, stay too much time, spend too much time on the social media, because they cannot do this on these watches. And also they cannot find any content that they damage them, because you can control everything from the application. And also with the watches, they can only contact people that has all the same watch, like for example another imoo Z7 or imoo Z1, or people that has the same application. But to contact people from the application, you need to scan the bin code, and then you can contact the person with the same app. And so another important thing is that you can only contact your kids with our application, and is not connected with any other application. So it's not WhatsApp, it's not WeChat, it's not any other of this. And is safe because he cannot encounter or meet strangers, and he cannot receive any calls from strangers. And compared to another smartwatch, these watches are very different, because they are designed specifically for kids, and they are resistant, they are more comfortable for kids. And also especially with imoo Z7, they have a dual camera, because many smartwatches didn't have a camera, but imoo Z7 has a dual camera. And It's okay. The comment in Chinese. The comment in Chinese. It's okay. Okay. And it has a dual camera because many smartwatches has no camera or has just one camera. But if you want to show the environment and not just your face, you need a dual camera because with the front camera you can show your face easily, but if you flip the watch, you can turn on the camera as you can see here, and then you can use the rear camera and show the environment in easy way to another person in the same video call. Or maybe if you want to take a photo or take a video, you can do it very easily because often with a normal watch, what happen that you have the watch, you can easily use the screen and the front camera, but then if you want to do something else with the environment around you, you have to flip or something. This is not comfortable. But with imoo Z7 it's very easy because just flipping the watch and you can show the environment, taking picture, taking video, and something like this. It's also made by sustainable materials, so you don't need to worry about this. And another important feature that is different between these watches and normal smartwatches is also the water resistance, because your kids can still use the watch also under the water. As you can see here, I can show you that the watch is under the water and is still working. I can turn on here. I hope you can see it from here. And you can also receive video call or calls under the water. So if your kids play under the rain, or he swim, or he wash his hand, it's not a problem because the imoo Z7 is still working up to 20 meters. And I think your kids will never be more than 20 meters under the water. Yeah. Another important feature is that you have an accurate 5 satellite positioning. You got it. And you can see the real-time position, and you can also go back 14 days to see the exactly position of your kids, so you can know exactly where he is, but also where he has gone in the past 14 days. Oh, I forgot to say that you can also have the AI scanning feature with the dual camera. You can use the rear camera to scan the environment, and your kids can explore more. I can, yeah, it can have a more enjoyable experience in this way. Also, you have the sport mode on the imoo watches, and that allows you and your kids to see the steps counter, the heart rate, the blood oxygen, the temperature, and in this way you can see his physical condition, and you can prevent some disease or some problem that your kids could have. But not just physical condition, because you also will be able to see his mood, his emotion, and in this way you can understand better his feelings, and yeah, you can stay close to him. With the sport mode you can also monitor the run activities or the swimming activities. You can see, for example, the duration, the calories burned, or the distance. and keep trace of them in the history of your watch or on the application on your smartphone. Also, with your application on the smartphone, you can set the class mode. What does it mean, the class mode? It means that you can set some specific time in which your kids cannot use the watch anymore. For example, during school time or during the night, you don't want him to use the watch. You can easily set the class mode directly from your smartphone, and then he only can see the time or making some calls or video calls to the contact that you allow to. You can also change the contact that your kids can call or video call during this class mode, but you cannot use any other application during this mode. We can see together how it's work. I can, for example, try here. This is the application. We go to the class mode feature. We go here, and for example, now it's 5:07, so we put 5:08, the start time, and the end time at 7:09, the 17:09. Save. So now we have the application. Oh yeah, it started because now it's 5:08, so the class mode is on, and as you can see also from the application, during the class the watch can vibrate or just be silent, but cannot have the sound, and the messages are muted. It can only use by the location tracking and to receive or make calls from the contacts that are setting by the parents. And as you can see here on the watch, if you go on the right, the app are not available, and only when you finish. And if you try to exit, you cannot, because you can only go end this mode from your phone, but you can also make phone calls. And now that are 5:09, the class mode is ended, and you can still use the watch normally again. And yeah, we can see together which feature and specific app on the watch. And here we have the add friends, because you can easily make new friends or add new friends just by bump another watch, and it's very easy to add new friends. Then we have the step counter, because you have you can see the number of your steps and your kids' steps, and also you can see the rankings of your friends' steps or the contacts that you have on your watch. You can also like or don't like, yeah, like this, if you like the number. And then you will find the health, like body temperature. You can measure, you can see the temperature of your kids, and in that way you can see his physical condition, and you can understand how he is. Then you have the heart rate, and you can measure the rate of your kid's heart. The blood oxygen, also you can measure the blood oxygen of your kids. and this is the health feature. You also have the fitness feature. It's like yeah, you can set different activities like swimming, skipping, the rope, running, or sit up. For example, if we want to start running, we can set a distance. For example, 5 steps. This is the minimum. We can start, and yeah, now we started. We can see the distance, the duration, and the pace and the energy. But we can also set the volume, maybe if it's too loud or too quiet. We can stop or continue. We can, yeah, now we say that the exercise is not enough time, and so it won't be counted, but this is how it works. And you can do it also for these other activities: sitting up, skipping, swimming, and running. And yeah, you also have you can see your score, that you have your rank with other friends, and your score during these activities, and the inventory, if it appears if you have any activities. Then you have your level, because you can earn some point and experience, for example, doing activities or competing with your friends. And yeah, you can also send some gift to your friends or receive some gift from your friends. And yeah, if you want to learn more, also you can go here. If we go ahead, we can see the album, for example. You can see the past photos, manage them, and send them to other people or your friends. This is the camera. This is the front camera, as you can see. And if I flip, you can see the rear camera, and you can easily take a photo just touching the screen, and then the watch asks you if you want to save or not the photo. Like now we won't save. And also the sticker cam is like a funny way for your kids to enjoy a moment, or if you want to share something like this with his friends or with his parents. Then the alarm clock, you can easily set an alarm and or a reminder for something that you want. The messages, if you want to text to someone or to receive the messages from someone. The call, if you want to make a call, you can just easily write a number here and then press the button to start the call. The stopwatch is a normal stopwatch, but you can use it to take the time of your of whatever you want. And then you have the app center here. You can see all the application on your watch, and if you click on one of this app, you can see the details, the version number, the feature, and something like this. But to change the application, you can only do it from the application on your smartphone, not directly here on your smartwatch. Then important is also the storage, because you will be able to see the storage that your kids have, and also how much storage every application has. For example, here the album is like almost 12 megabytes, and you can decide to free the memory directly from here. To the duel, you can challenge someone, for example a friend, directly from here. You can challenge maybe when your friend is close to you, and yeah, and yeah, the challenge is started and you can compete with another friends. But now we are not competing with anyone, so we can come back and we can see the virtual me. It's just like a virtual character that your kids can customize and just to have a little bit of fun, but it's not like a game, it's just a character. He can change the ornament, but to achieve this he need some point, and he can do some activities to achieve this point and to earn more points. You can also change the shell, but you have to help your friends to have the shell, and yeah, also the gender if you want to change. Also the theme, you can change the theme of the smartwatch. For example, if you want to change the wallpaper or something from your watch, you can easily do it from here and customize your experience. Then we have the AI scanner. What is that? It's very easy and very useful because you can turn on the camera and then you can, for example, we want to know what this object is. Of course, it's a pen, but you can use also with other things like animal or yeah, this is a pen, and also with nature or something like this. We can try also maybe with this. Let's try what happened. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is a break reminder because we have used the watch for more than 10 minutes, so he reminds us to take a break. But now we want to know what's that, and we can, this is a duck. Let's see what the watch say. Yeah, almost. And finally finally we have the bin code to have to add more friends. They can scan this code to add the new friends, and you as a parent, you can manage and see all of the contact directly on the application on your smartphone. Yeah. Okay. So the main differences between these watches and a normal watch, normal smartphone, are first of all the safe environment in which your kid is, because if you want to give a smartphone to your kids, you are worried maybe that he can be exposed to some certain content that you don't want, like sensitive content or people, strangers that you don't want, or maybe you don't want him to spend the all day scrolling on social media like TikTok, Instagram, and so on. But with imoo watches, you don't have to worry about this because you can manage his activities, and also he cannot use any other application like social media, and except he can only use the application that you allow him to use, and you can set them on the application on your phone. And this is very important because especially nowadays internet is very full of content, and everyone can access to them. And maybe for a kids from 4 to 12 years, like the age that we designed the watch for, is not is not prepared to face this reality. So the imoo watches are a good environment, a safe environment in which your kids will be safe, and also you will be sure that your kids will be not exposed to anything dangerous from him. Also, the imoo watches are different from a normal smartphone because they can allow you and your kids to take trace of his activities and his health condition, because you can trace for example his running or his swimming activities, and you can see his duration, the calorie that he has burned, the distance, and you cannot do this on another phone. You can only do this with a smartwatch. So it's very important, the imoo watches, because they can allow you to do this. But the differences between these watches and a normal smartwatches are that these watches are designed specifically for kids. So they are more durable, they have a screen touch, but is very resistant, and you don't have to worry about if it's ever broke, because it won't happen, because it's very durable and resistant. And the main feature maybe is the the camera, the dual camera, especially with the imoo Z7, because many smartwatches doesn't have the camera. Other has only one camera, like our imoo Z1, and others again, but no watches have the dual camera like imoo Z7. So you can easily use the front camera like this to show your face and talk with someone in your call or video call. And then if you want to change to show the environment, you can easily flip the camera and show the environment in a very easy way. Or maybe if you want to take a photo or take a video, you can do it with the rear camera, and the quality is very good because the front camera is 2 megapixel and the rear camera is 5 megapixel. So also you can see when you make a video call, you can see clearly your kids and you can see clearly the environment. It's very comfortable also because when you have to show maybe something, or you want to take a picture normally with only one camera, like our imoo Z1, you have to flip the watch or do something like this, but you are not sure what you are showing, and this is not happen with the imoo Z7, because when you flip the watch, the camera turn on and you can easily show the environment. You can see what you are showing, and you also can see the other person while you are showing the environment. So it's very important and very useful, and I think also comfortable because you don't have to take some strange behavior. And another important feature that is very useful for your kids is the water resistant. And as you can see here, we have a watch under the water, but it's still working. I can show you that it can turn on I hope you can see the screen is turned on, and also you can receive phone calls under the water, and it's not a problem because it's still working. So maybe if your kid is playing with some water, he's swimming, or it's raining, or he's washing his hand, it's not a problem. The imoo Z7 and imoo Z1 still working. Also, the positioning system is very unique and different from other watches because allow you to see the real-time position of your kids, and also you can see the exactly position back to 14 days ago, so you can understand where you can know where your kid is now, but also where your kid was or has been in the last 14 days. And maybe if you don't want him to go in some specific place or in some specific environment, you can check just from the application, and you instantly know where your kid has been or is. And also the sport mode is very important because allows you and your kids to take trace of their activities that he practice, and I can show you how to use and how to see this from the application on your smartphone. You can go here and you can go on fitness, and when you open the fitness feature, you will be able to see the step count in the blue circle here, the calories burned in the middle circle, and the duration in the minutes in the smaller circle. You can also see directly from here in more clearly way. You can go back and check the past days, not just only today. But if you want to change the goal for your kids, you can easily change the settings from here. Like for example, more calories, we can put 600. If you want more minutes, you can say 1 hour, and the steps, if you want, maybe 700. And also, if you, as you can see here, achieving the daily target can get 2 points, because when your kids do some activities or do some compete with other friends, he gain these coins and he can raise his ranking. And these are the fitness data because they are used to calculate the calories burned and the performance level of your kids, and you can easily change from here. Then you have the record in the sport mode, in the sport section, and you can, as you can see here, you can see the swimming activity, and you find the duration, the calories burned, the distance, and the average heart rate. That helps you to monitoring your kids' performances, and also his activities. And also he can use the application maybe with you to see his improvement and his changing. Not just fitness, you can also see the health condition, like the body temperature here. You can see now it's normal, for example, but for example, if it raises too much, it's 37.5. You can see here, you can have an alarm that alert you if it's too high the temperature, and in this way you can make a call or video call with him to be sure that he is good. Then we have yeah, you can also go back in the past days to see the temperature in the last days. You can also see the heart rate here, same as the same as the body temperature. You can see the heart rate. You can see also the heart rate in the past days, and same you can do with the blood oxygen. You can monitor the blood oxygen. If you want to know more about the blood oxygen, also here you have an explanation about this. And finally, you can also not just track the physical condition, but also the emotional condition, the mood of your kid. And if you, as you can see here, the mood is not just good, but is pleasure. And you can also see the past days is not always the same, it's changed, and you can understand better his feeling, and you can maybe understand and stay more close to him when you see that he needs that. And directly from the application, you can also manage more than one watch, because you can maybe have more children and you want to see all of them. You can just you can add them from the bin code, and then you will be able to manage all of them easily here from the application. You can see the chat. For example, here you can see the history with ice blue, that is this watch, this one, and you can clear the history if you don't want. If you don't want anymore, you can change the background if you want to customize it, and you can see also all the chat that your kids has on his smartwatch. And you can manage easily here from the watch contact, and you can change, you can delete, you can also change the name and the number. And this is very important because you can manage the contact here, and only from here you will be able. And so people that are not in this contact list are not able to reach your kids. And also when your kids want to add new friends, you can see here the request, and you have to approve the friends request to make your kids have a new friends. You can also create a group chat with more than one people, and you will be still able to see the contact with all of them. Then we can see, for example, the historical track is just to see the exactly position back in 14 days ago. For example, here we can see the route that the kid has done. We can see in every time, for example 8:59, and we can go on, and we can also play. For example, if we want to see in an animation way the route, yeah, like this, and not just for today, but also the other days back. And yeah, so these are the main features from your app, but there are many more. And also you can see the time that your kids spent on the watch, and you can set a limit for each application, or for the general watch. And here, yeah, you can set the up screen time. Now it's 60 minutes, but for example, if we use more than 60 minutes, then we cannot use the watch anymore. We can also manage every application from here, and if, for example, your kids use the application for more than this time, he cannot use the anymore later. And yeah, we can come back here. Okay, if you guys have any question, feel free to ask in the comment, and I will answer you or give more information about it. And we can talk about the story about the story about the brand's origin, and everything started with a simple question: what gift can I buy for my kids? And this question has asked from Mr. Kimi, and he was in a business trip in 2011, and maybe many parents can understand this problem and has experienced at least once this situation. Maybe they want to find the perfect gift to his son, they want to make them happy and show them that they love them, and they will never know exactly what to buy them. But maybe the imoo watches could be the answer, because they are very good to make contact between the parents and the kids. So you can give them the watch to them, and you'll be sure that they are in a safe environment, because they are not exposed to any other external content, and also internet. They cannot access to any content that you don't want to. You can manage all of this from the application, and also you can stay in touch with your kid whenever you want, just simply making a text message, or you can make a call or video call, and then you will be able to stay in contact, to talk with your kids. And you can also share a moment, because nowadays it's very often that parents cannot stay all the time with their kids. It's normal, maybe you are at work, you have some problem, you have something else to do, and with imoo Z7 you don't have this problem, because you can stay in touch with your kids whenever you want, just simply making a messages, or a video call, or a phone call. And with imoo Z7 is very easy to receive and make video call, because you have the front camera and the rear camera, because with the rear camera you can see the kid's face clearly, because it's in a high definition. He has 2 megapixels, but if we flip the watch, he can show you the environment, and you will be able to see you will be able to see exactly the environment, and also he can continue to see you on his watch. And also with the camera, it's very easy, with the dual camera it's very easy to take photo and take video. You can easily take photo of your environment and take video of the environment. You also have the AI scanning, so your kids can use this function to understand, to scan the environment, understand the object around him, like for example the nature, plants, or animal, and have a more enjoyable experience in this way. And also with imoo watches you have the water resistance, so you don't have to worry about the if your kids play with water, it's raining, or he wash his hands, because he's still working also under the water, as you can see here. And also he can receive calls under the water, so that's not a problem. And they also have the accurate 5 satellite positioning system that allow you to keep trace and know the exactly position of your kids, not just now but also back to 14 days ago. And that's important because you can know where exactly he is now and where he has been in the last 14 days. Oh, okay.